So the trip to Brazzaville has been amazing. First time in Africa actually since I was 3. So I'm 33 now. That's almost 30 years ago. So coming to Brazzaville, spending time with the pastor, the church, it's been amazing. The people are wonderful. They love God. God is doing such an amazing work through the pastor's life here and the people. So it's been wonderful to see. Just to see how poor the people are. The situation around is hopeless. When you look to your left, to your right, you're just driving through town. It's such a hopeless sight. But the hope is the gospel. The light, it's really a light to these people's hopelessness. So it's wonderful to see. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, so we saw the altars filled many nights through our Pastor Courtney's life, through preaching, just seeing how the people was engaged, just to see them. They all had their notepads out asking questions at the men's D. So it was, I feel like a lot of things was answered for them. I feel that also they'll take away from this. I think when you first think to go to Africa, the media portrays it this way. People say don't go there, but I think it's good to come and appreciate other people, how they're living. You just take home a sense of appreciation. I'm gonna go back to London, and I'm not gonna be a moaner. I can't complain about things that I'm complaining about. If this was their problem, they would be thanking God that they have those type of problems we have in London. So just gonna be appreciative, man.
So obviously this is my second time being here in Brazzaville, Congo. The country is amazing, the city is amazing. However, it's quite sad the way people are living. They're living in poverty. The systems, or the way that the whole system, the way things works here is just rigged. So what I mean by that is basically people have to go out into the street, get money, and then pay for food. If they don't work, or if they don't find money, they're not eating. Also on the flip side of it, everything within the shopping centre in supermarkets are quite expensive. So the person who doesn't have a high education or is not in school is like, I'm getting money, but the money that I have is not enough for me to buy what I need to buy, like new stuff, new clothes or things like that. So I think it's very sad to see that side of things. Well, the amazing thing about Brazzaville that I would say it makes is there's hope. There's hope in the gospel. We're seeing the church, the Potter's House Brazzaville church. You know, the church it's filled with joy. And like I said in my first trip, and I'm going to say it again in my second trip, is people are filled with joy. Like, they don't have anything. Like, most of them don't have anything. They don't eat. They might not have food to eat, but they're filled with joy. And that comes from Jesus. That comes through the gospel, them being saved. And that is something that we've seen all week. I mean, on Sunday was the church highest attendance. You know, usually they have about, I think, 20 people who come, or maybe less than that. We had over 100 people. So throughout the week, we've seen it build. We've seen people get saved. We've seen curses being broken, and it's been an amazing time. What I take back, I would say, is be filled with joy. Like my brother Olu said, sometimes I could complain a lot, or I could moan a lot, not outwardly but inward. In my mind, I'm complaining. Rather, things like, I've got a car but I need a new car, I've got a job but I need more money. And just being here and seeing, especially the people from church, that they don't have anything but they're happy. They like, Jesus is enough. It's everything for them. I know we say it back in the UK, but kind of feel like we don't actually mean it in a way. It's not really, we don't fully understand what we're saying when we say Jesus is everything. To them, Jesus is everything. Like, if if they don't have food tonight, or if they don't have the right clothes, Jesus is enough for them. They've come to church to hear from God. And that's what I'm going to take back home when I go back home, just to appreciate everything that I do have, and not only think about the things that I don't have, more money, a new car, a house, or other things. So that's what I'm going to take back.
Wonderful time in church, and it's good that also that this team came in with Pastor Courtney, and great time in church. We have seen I was saying that we have our greatest attendance ever for our evening services Sunday night, and over 100 people were there. The church was packed, and throughout the week we've seen people being saved, people being transformed, and a special dimension of ministry that was brought in. And just doing the men's day, guys asking questions, and just knowing that what we do is the key, and Jesus is the way. And I'm very excited of what God is doing here, what He had done throughout this week through Pastor Lou.
We've had a great week here in Congo Brazzaville, not Kinshasa, and we've come back here. This is the second time I've been here, 2 years in between. Pastor David Hamilton and his wife, they're doing an amazing job here. When we first came here, the church was really about 6 months old, but there was people already. You could see the framework of discipleship. But as we've come back this year, there is loads more people. The church is filled. Disciples in the making, people running the service, praise and worship. We've seen people saved every night. People are hungry for the word. I think this church is just going to be amazing. It's going to really touch Congo. We just want to thank Pastor for the invitation of coming here, bringing the team here. Thank the guys for coming. Thank Wandsworth, because without Wandsworth we wouldn't be able to do this. And so we really appreciate everybody's giving faithfully. We are touching the world with our resources, and let's believe God for more. Amen.